everybody. It is me back with the second of today's videos. Let me just adjust the camera so you can see a little bit better. I'm still trying to get a little bit better with my camera angles. I'm not great at it, so if that fixes it any, I hope it does. There that was. Anyways, hello everybody, and welcome back to the second video in my 2 video year-end wrap-up videos I do. I couldn't pick a top 10 this year of model horses, so I just decided to do a couple of my favorite model horses I got in 2024 instead, since I couldn't really decide on a top 10. The first one, well, it's actually what's giving me the light here. My Family Arabian full lamp that I got at Breyerfest from the swap meet. It's kind of what I use when it's dark like this to give me light. I just unscrew the thing off the top, screw it back on, and just put the lampshade aside because it gives me a little bit more light. And then, let me see, who am I gonna go with from there? I think I'll start by showing you guys something like that, actually. So this guy actually literally just came. I ordered this guy from Amazon for like 30 some odd bucks. And he is actually in really good condition. This is a Morgan Quest native son. And this is actually my first on this mold. So that's really nice. So you can look for an unboxing of this guy. And then over here for a couple of loose models I have here. This is Courchevel. I don't know how you pronounce it, but the winter decorator, whom I really, really like this year. And as you can see from my headboard, I had a mighty need for this horse. So I'm glad that they did him the way that they did, as a, first come, first serve kind of thing, instead of a drawing, because I literally would have had to ask all my friends to enter for him, and oh my goodness. Yeah, so the way they did was a lot easier. So, either way, I'm very glad that I was able to add this beautiful horse to my Andalusian Stallion Conga. Then here, I had another Peterstone. This is my first on this particular Peterstone mold. This is the Peterstone Palouse. And from what it says on the bottom here, it looks like it's number 44 out of 70, I believe that means. I don't know how well you can see that, but so he's 44 out of 70, but that doesn't tell me what model this is, and it doesn't really stand that well either, so I don't know if we have like a warped leg or something, but I'm gonna see if my dad can help me to get this guy to stand up on his own so I can show him. And we have here, I was finally able to get a nice Breyer elk, because I literally just got this guy at the last swap meet, actually, because well, I've been looking for one of these for a while, because, well, the elk is my Breyer stable logo, so I had to get one, and this guy is in perfect condition. And I had actually been looking for one during Briarfest, but some of them would like have like, you know, this half of the antler gone, or you know, have some of these whatever you call them, fingers or whatever you call them, coming off the antlers were broken. So I'm glad I held out because I was able to find a nice mint condition, intact in one piece elk at the last swap meet. And feel like I got him for a good deal too. I think I paid $50 for this guy, which I feel like is a pretty good deal considering how minimally damaged he is. Like literally, the only damage he has, and it's not even that noticeable, is a little tiny rub right there. So, not too bad. And then this is the release of Snowman on the Gem Twist mold. This is another one I really wanted. So, I'm glad I got this guy. I actually found him at Briarfest, actually. And I am so glad that I found him. Because I've been looking for this version of Snowman forever. So, now I have both versions. I have this one, and I have the one that was done on the Idicus mold. Though to be honest, this one looks more like the real Snowman than the one on Idicus does. This one has flea bites, and my one on the Idicus mold, he doesn't have very many flea bites. So this guy is definitely a much better representation of Snowman. And here is my model grail, if you will, that I was after at Briarfest. And this is Oklahoma Rose. And you can just see she says special edition on her belly. And she was one of the I don't know what you call them, but they're like the Culture Club event equivalent of Briarfest special runs. I think they're just literally called special editions or limited editions or something. I'm assuming special edition because she stand with 20 points for special edition, but I don't know because I didn't actually get her myself. I actually got her a part trade for Baruti and a bit of money on my end. I think it was Baruti and $300, I believe, is what I traded to get this girl. And I am super happy that I did because she is absolutely gorgeous. And she is one of the more limited models in my collection. I think she was limited to, I don't know, let me see if I can find my, just the horses from this year. I think this is it. I think so. Yeah, let me see. Oklahoma Rose. So she was a run of 104 pieces. So, yeah. That would put her as one of the more limited models in my collection at 104 pieces. So she's absolutely gorgeous, and I actually cannot wait to start showing this pretty girl. So now we get to the models on the table. This one here, and yes, the horse does come off. They demounted the horse. It looks like they sanded over the hooves where it attached. And yeah, this guy's really, really cool. He's a little marked up on the offside. He's got some black marks, but no matter. I really like this guy either way. And I just think it's so cool to finally have a Briar clock in my collection. Because for the longest time I've been seeing this guy all over social media, and I kind of always thought it'd be cool to have him in my collection. And this guy was done for, oh, I can't remember. Yeah, I think it was like 50th anniversary. Yeah. So this clock was done for the 50th anniversary of Breyer, which I think is a really cool piece. And yeah, I would kind of love to see them like bring stuff like this into their line. Actually, I would actually love to see them bring another one of these into their line next year for their 75th anniversary. That would be really cool. Don't know what mold they would use, but I think it'd be pretty cool. And then here we have Washington, who does not like to stay in his base. There we go. Who is this beautiful blue glossy Appaloosa on the I think this is called Show Jumping Warmblood mold, and he is actually really pretty, super detailed. I actually got this one from my friend Ruth this year. We get each other Christmas gifts every year, and this is what she got me this year, and I'm just really happy about that. The blue very much reminds me of like a pair of like blue denim jeans, so yeah. And then this one here, he actually came brand new in box. I have his COA tucked away somewhere. Actually, I have all the COEs tucked away. Just don't recall which drawer I put them in. I think they're in here. I'm not sure. I think so. I just think, but I could be wrong. It looks like I am. Yeah, one more plate. Oh, I think I know where they are. I put them with one of my Copper Fox models, so they wouldn't get lost. That's right. So that's his COA. I know I have the one for the clock somewhere. Is it like under? No. Oh, yeah, so now I have them all here. Only other place I can think of looking. So here on my bar at this point, you know? Here's the, no. So I'm not too sure where the COA for the clock went, because I know I had it, like literally. I know I had it and I laminated it. I'll have to find it there, but yep. So Barbaro came brand new in his box with his COA, which I've laminated to protect it, because, well, they are just paper, so I like to give them a little bit of extra protection when they come with a COA. Now this one, I wish I had had the lady write a statement of provenance, but this little classic here, and you can see he doesn't have the hang tag or anything, and on his belly, the actual run has like a stamp on the belly, and this guy has none, and he has no VIN either. So I was told by the lady, I can't remember her name for the life of me, but if you're out there, I'm pretty sure you know who you are. I don't, so feel free to let me know if you see this video. And she told me that this guy is a sample model, I think she called him, and she pulled him from the what do they call it, the warehouse finds bin in the Ninja Pit of Death at BriarFest 2018. So you can still find some pretty cool stuff in there, apparently, considering she found this little guy in there, which now I found, and he's now in my collection, so I'm really happy about that. I just don't know how I would, provide provenance on this guy for collectability model for shows, so I'm still trying to figure that out. To keep it simple, these aren't like all my favorites. I have a lot more, but these are just my favorites that I got this year that are in my room. Oh, which reminds me, I did forget to grab one. And that would be this girl here. My translucent clearware decorator, Girls Run the World surprise from BriarFest this year. And I actually originally got, goodness, what variation did I trade for this one? I think it was the, not the chestnut pinto, it was the dark bay pinto in matte. I had gotten, and was in the Collectors Club tent opening it, and one of the people working in the tent saw they had it, and they had this guy for trade, and here's the absolutely ludicrous thing. Before Dad and I even got over to pick up our models, we were literally walking through the covered arena, and we were looking at the silent auction models, and where they have like all the surprise models lined up for the silent auction, I literally pointed to the green one, and I told Dad, that's the one I want. And clearly, fate decided I should have it, because this pretty green girl came home with me. So, I am super happy about that. And she's really pretty too. She's actually a really nice green color in the light. Let me see if I can use my lamp to kind of show you. You can kind of see there she's got some really nice green tones. I wish I had some natural light to put her in, but as you can see, it's dark. So, unfortunately, that's not an option. But, yeah, I am over the moon that I came home with her. And this one here, I was actually given this by a good friend of mine in the hobby. And this is actually my very first Heartland model. And this is the, I think she said he's the 9-inch Arabian and Alabaster. And other than that, I do not know a whole lot about this guy, but I am happy to have a Heartland in my collection now, because these guys are so cool. I just love the proud stance of this guy. He's absolutely beautiful. Now, this girl was actually my first big absolutely, yes, she needs to come home with me and Briarfest this past year because, well, this is Moondance. And she was a Collectors Club special from 2017. Sorry, I had to flip her over because I couldn't remember the year. And things like this, but I'm actually glad that they stamped them. So, yeah, this girl is actually one of my favorite Collector Club special runs ever done. And the year I got her, oh boy, she was bad. She was loaded with like black marks and overspray and talk about a model horse shower's worst nightmare. So I ended up selling her for cheap. But then fate stepped in and I found this girl at Briarfest. Well, not Briarfest per se, but at the Clarion in the room sales. And she is literally flawless. No overspray, no shiny patches, nothing wrong with her at all. A completely LSQ copy of her. And I am so glad that I found her. Because she was literally the only one of her that I saw through the whole Clarion. And I can attest to that because after I had bought her, I spent a lot of time walking around the Clarion since I had rented out space in one of the rooms to sell models. So my dad and I would swap off now and again. So sometimes I would sit there and man the sales. Well, he goes off and vice versa. He would do the same for me. He would sit in the room and man our sales. Well, I went off to do some quote unquote exploring, as I told him. In reality, it was definitely pony shopping. Now I got this guy here. And this guy is really cool. I absolutely love this freestanding variation on this mold. And is absolutely beautiful. And this guy actually has really detailed tri-eyes as well. He's got the eyeways, he's got the brown pupil and the black dot. And this guy is absolutely gorgeous. And this is the freestanding version of Fight Song. And I know that he was the variation on that particular mold. I'm just trying to find how many were made. Variations though. Alright. So this is my Fight Song. This pretty guy right here. There was 1,625 made with the base and 875 made without. So this guy is one of 875. So that is pretty cool. It's certainly not my most limited model, but definitely one of my more limited models, for sure. And then there's this one, right here. I got this girl actually in the second chance sale when that went live online. And this is Better Than Revenge. And honestly, being a 90s girl, yes, I was born in 94, grew up in the 90s, yes. I just had to get this girl, because honestly, two things come to mind when I see this girl. Like I had said previously in my Briarfest Hulk video, Fruit Stripe Zebra Gum, but now that I look at her even more, there is one other thing that comes to mind for me. Lisa Frank, with all the cute little colorful animals, cheetahs, lions, dogs, I mean, what have you. If you're a 90s kid like me, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I literally had so many Lisa Frank notebooks, folders, stationery growing up that, well, I just well, I just had to have this horse. And, yes, I know it's not creative, but, I think her show name might be Lisa Philly. Not sure, but I think it's a cute name. And then we get this girl here. And what's funny here is actually on this table we have both my first and last purchases from Breyerfest. Like the whole weekend. Which both came from the Clarion. But my first purchase was this girl here. And in my Breyerfest haul videos, I forget which part it was, but you can see a blue drawstring bag in one of them. And I actually had this girl in that on my back while I was walking around the Clarion the night that I got her, which I believe was, I want to say Wednesday, I think. She was a Wednesday purchase. And this girl is a, I think Friday night, I think I got this girl. I actually traded for this girl by Mull of Ashquar, whom I liked alright, but I'm kind of trying to get into the other animals as well, because Breyer has some really nice other animals in their line, which what? I've already said too much. I'm going to, If you've seen the leaked models, you know what I was going to say, but I'm not going to say it because I'm pretty sure Breyer already isn't happy that that those model images and stuff were leaked. So, yeah. So you'll just have to wait and find out for yourself tomorrow. Tomorrow at 6 a.m. you go to the website Triple Mountain Model Horses, and I believe they'll have a tab for all the new stuff. And, well, hint, not saying anything more than that, not going to, but let's just say I'm definitely going to be getting this model for my collection. But anyways, this is Elsa, and she was a, Collector Club lottery model from, I don't know, I don't remember, because she's not stamped. So let me see. Do I have my yes, I actually do. Good. So I can actually look this up, because I cannot remember for the life of me what year she's from. Alright, so she was released in alright, so she was a 2022 web special lottery model, and of her, alright, so she was a 2022 web special model, and there was only 1,000 of her made, so that is actually pretty cool. And I just love her color as well. I'm not sure what kind of cow she is, but a very pretty one in my opinion. So that is Elsa. And then Canon, however the hell you pronounce it, I have no idea. The Christmas surprise horse for this year. I'm just over the moon. I didn't get the red one because, honestly, that one's kinda ugly in my personal opinion. So I was either wanting this one, the green one, or the coal model. And I am just glad that I got the blue one over the red one. Because honestly, if I had to pick, I would either want the blue, the green, or the coal. Was not a fan of the red one at all. So there we go. I got the blue one, and she's got a little bit of a wonky eye, so so I think I might call her like wonky eye blue, kind of like a you know, if her name was Sue, wonky eyed blue. I don't know, or maybe wonky wave, because her mane and tail kind of do have that like pearlescent feeling of like water or some kind of silly show. I haven't quite figured that out yet. And this one here is definitely one of my favorites, but before I show you him, let me show you what I got this year in place of the Christmas horse. Because usually I get the Christmas horse. I was not a fan of the design this year, so I decided to get Mouse instead. Because I got this guy at Breyerfest in the Breyer store. Didn't get the Christmas horse because, well, wasn't really feeling this year's design, so Mouse is what I got for my, you know, Christmas horse. And this guy is the Halloween horse. This is Beowulf, and he literally does have wolves on him. Let me bring him a little closer so I can show you the wolves. They're all really, really cool. So you got a wolf there. I think this is a wolf right here. That looks like, yeah, another one here charging toward the front. And then we get another wolf right back here. And then we get another wolf right here along its front. And then what I like, I think it's kind of cool that they gave him like these wolf-like slash markings on his nose. I really think that's really cool. And here's the craziest thing. The craziest thing is literally just earlier on in the year, me and my friend Julie Matz, we were actually talking about how we would love a werewolf horse. And then Breyer comes out with this guy. Now, I don't know if they somehow were able to see our conversations or if this guy was already conceptualized, but we're definitely two who definitely had a mighty need for this horse. Me especially, because it's a horse, one. Two, it's got wolves on it, which is literally my second favorite animal after the horse. And he's glossy. And then to top it off, all those markings that you see, the wolves, they actually glow in the dark. So, yeah. That about rounds out everything. Other than there's just one last guy. And I didn't mean guy, the model is a stallion. This guy I really like, because I just really like this mold. This new mold is actually really, really cute. I just love it, and I hope that Breyer uses it in the regular line soon. This is Gascon the Great, and he was one of the store specials for Breyerfest this year. I did get another one of them. I also got Alan a day's work. I actually secured both this guy and Alan with my VIP ticket. Did not get always chipper because, well, I just try not to have too many moles with stands because they're not always the most stable. Okay, yes, no pun intended. I might as well say it because horses stable. Yeah, no pun intended on that. But yeah, so this guy is absolutely gorgeous. I mean, he might just look like a simple white horse, but he's actually got some nice gray shading throughout. He's actually really pretty. And that about rounds out this video. I would show more, but I do not think I want this video to get too long, and looks like we're already at 30 something minutes, so I don't want to bore y'all to death. So yeah, I'm just gonna wrap it up here, and I may do another video like this in the new year. I don't know, but we shall see. I think instead of doing a top 10 from now on at the end of every year, I might just do like this, because honestly, this was a lot easier than trying to come up with a top 10, because I can't pick just 10 favorites in my collection anymore. I mean, it's grown much too massive. So yeah. Oh, and as a little bonus here, I did have one hobby New Year's resolution from last year that I had made at New Year's, and that was to do something out of my comfort zone, and I do a lot of painting, so I decided to do this for my diorama contest horse. Literally, this whole spacesuit that you see on this horse, I painted every detail of that on, and that was not an easy thing to do. The face shield, and we got the like darker gray boots down here, and the darker gray gloves, the face shield, all of that. There is no fabric or material on this horse. This is all just painted on, and that was my hobby New Year's resolution from last New Year's, to do something kind of outside my comfort zone with painting, and that's how my horse here, Neil Hoofstrong, came to be. So let's see, I've accomplished that. So I don't know how I can top that. I guess I'll just say I want to make a more detailed diorama for this year, and it's gonna be kind of hard to do, because last year's was pretty damn detailed, and I say last year because it's almost the new year. So let me see if I can find a picture of it. I think I have a picture. I think so, anyways. I'm actually looking right now. Pretty sure he posted pictures anywhere. Ah, there it is. Alright, so this was the scene that I actually depicted from pop culture for this past year. I did the Apollo 11 moon landing, and that's Neil Hoofstrong planting the American flag on the lunar surface, and that was actually really challenging to do. mostly because I had the moon sand, but wasn't the right color for the lunar surface. So not only did I have to paint the horse, I also had to figure out how to create the moon sand to be the proper color for the lunar surface. Believe me, that solution did not cost me much money, let's just say. I literally went down to the local Dollar Tree, and they do sell makeup. I don't know that I would use it on my face, but it came in perfectly handy for what I needed it for. So I cleared them out of their, they had a good few palettes of like browns and grays. So I literally bought up all those, came home, used a spoon, and literally scraped all that dust into a bowl with the moon sand. Well, basically just kneaded it until it was evenly distributed. The rocks was a lot easier though. I literally just bought a diorama kit that included rocks off Amazon. That was a lot easier to do. So yeah, that was something. so yeah, that was pretty detailed this year, but I'm hoping to go for even more detailed for next year. Well, you know what? I'll just say this here, straight up say it. I'm hoping to do a much more detailed diorama for this year's Briar Fest. Absolutely 110% plan to. Now what it's going to be, I don't know, because we don't have the theme yet. I have started gathering together supplies that I might end up using, but I can't really start until they release what the theme is, so I assume we'll probably find out beginning of this year, like January, February, March, usually within that time frame, they release a lot of that information, so yeah, that's it. This is a wrap on my YouTube videos for 2024, and I have some fun videos planned for 2025, so yeah, keep an eye out for those, and I hope y'all have a happy new year, and I will see you all again in 2025. Bye!